Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do Leetcode bi-weekly challenge. First question, whose name is odd string difference. So what they want to convey is, let's read out this question, and after that we will be going ahead. Then we will check for the constraints, and then we will be going ahead with the intuition behind this question, and then coding part for the same. Today the code which I will be showing you, that is not my code, but why I'm showing you that code is because that particular coder writes really precise and so on code, and that's why some of people struggle to figure out that what exactly that code is and so on. So I'll explain you that code only, but I'll also tell you the intuition behind that code. So you are given an array of equal length strings words. So basically they want to convey that whatever strings which are being given in this particular input, all of those would be same length. Means if ADC is of 3 length, then other strings which are being there, those would be also of 3 length. And if ADC, if some other string is there, say ABC, something like that, say there are 10 characters in the first string, then all other strings which are there, they would be also having 10 characters only. So that's they want to convey. Then they are saying that assume that the length of each string is n. So any length it could be. Each string word I can be converted into difference of integer array, difference I, of length n minus 1. So that's the thing. And how we are calculating the difference. So basically, we are going ahead by, there is no cursor. 1 minute. Okay. So yeah, what we are going to do here is that first we will be going ahead uh, with this particular character which is there, and this particular character means this A and B, sorry, A and D. So here the string length, suppose it, because it is 3, right? So they were saying about 10 minus 1, right? So means the difference which would be there. So what they simply want to convey is that is now a new difference, it would be there which would be of length 2. So now here D minus A and C minus D, this will be our difference area which is there. So they have represented it here. So that's the thing. Now they convey that note that the difference between two letters is the difference between their positions in the alphabet. Means A is positioned to 0 and likewise every else character. Then, for example, for the string ACB, so this I've already explained. So that's the thing. All the strings in the word have same difference integer array except one. You should find that string. So the thing is that we are required to return that particular word in this what we see as means vector of string which would be given to us, or the vector of string would be in the C++, but in Java it would be most probably list of string, means something like that it would be there. So here the thing is that we are required to return that word. The thing is here you can see both of these have same difference size, that is 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1. But the last one is having 1, 1, right? So this is that odd string which we are required to return. So we are returning ABC. So that's the thing which we are required to do here. Now comes the part for the this word. Here you can see that 4 words are being given. Then we check for this one. It is 0, 0, for here also 0, 0, here also 0, 0. Only this one is there which is having difference 13 minus 13. So that's the thing. We are required to return this. Now you would be cleared about these test cases, that what actually there is the use case. But while writing this code, I explored one test case, that was that if that particular string, that is this Bob which is being there, if it would have been written here, right? And then AA was written here, means the first string which is there, that is the answer, then according to that, we are required to go ahead with our solution. This would be much clearer when I'll explain you further. But before that, let us see for this particular thing, means the constraints for this particular. So we are given that is 100. So the length we can easily traverse in n time here. And even if we are required to go ahead with n square solution, that will also work. And then n, that is here the string length could go up to 20. In minimum it would be 2, so the difference is being generated. And word of I consists of lowercase English letters only. Hmm. So now let us go ahead with the solution. So now just think about the fact that here we are required with the difference, right? And we are required to check that which is that string which is odd one out in the sense of difference, right? So here we require a counter which will be counting that uh, if we figure out that it is a duplicate or not, right? So in that sense, we would be required to return, but there is one more edge case you can say. See, the thing is that first thing is about checking the duplicates, right? So if we'll directly store in the map or unordered map means whatever difference we get here, that we store here means we store here that difference, right? And this particular string, not the string, but in actual the count, we just increment that this different, all at there, right? So we just increment the count, and at the end we got this difference, right? So because of this, we will be having one more key here, so that will increase our difference. So that's the thing. And at this moment, only our map size will become equal to 2. So that's the thing here. In this way, I was thinking in the starting, but the thing is that in this context, what I was doing was I took that map in this manner. That means I took this pair in which I was not the pair but that vector. Why I'm telling all these things so that me how to come up with the exact solution. So that's the thing. So now this difference which was there, right? So this difference I was basically storing in this particular vector where things were being stored, and corresponding to that I was storing what this particular string which is there and the count of the same. Means all these things are required to be stored, and these I was storing in two different maps and then checking upon the same and mapping them with each other. So that was the thing I was doing the same. Although it was becoming much more complex, but still I was able to figure out that yes, we can go ahead with this type of solution as well. But then I saw that discuss section, and there the solution was something pretty much different. So let me explain you that only. So here you can directly see that how it goes, and let me explain you this one, because the thing is what all we require. Let us jot down the requirements which are there. So our requirement is basically whatever difference is there, corresponding to that difference, whatever string is there that we require, and the count of this difference is being required. So these are the things which we require. Now, let us go ahead that how we can go ahead and uh, complete these requirements, and why this count is pretty much essential, because from this count only we will come to know that are we able to figure out with what exactly that particular map is about, and are we able to figure out the new element or not? Because a map or unordered map, these things store everything in the form of unique numbers, right? So in that sense. But let us completely understand this solution and then we will be going there. So here the thing is that we are starting from j equal to 0 and j plus 1 less than ws of 0 and size. So here w is this particular. So whatever was there at the starting means if we take this example triple A, so we are just going ahead with this triple A thing. That's the thing. And now, according to that size, so it will go till 3. So that's the thing here. And by taking this j plus 1, because we are required to do the difference. So that's why we are keeping it as j plus 1, or we would have done as j less than ws of 0 dot size minus 1. So that's the thing. Now here we have taken this unordered map. Why unordered map and why not map? Because here we don't require any sort of sorting. We only require to store the unique elements, and that's the thing. So here int is basically storing whatever difference is being there, and this vector of int is basically storing corresponding to that particular difference, whatever index is there of that particular string. Means here you can see that I we are pushing an I. What is that I? So that's the thing. So that's the thing which we are going ahead here. I'll explain that what exactly it is ongoing. So now when we go ahead with this particular means int I equal to 0, I less than ws dot size. These whatever size of that array is there. So we are checking with that that we chose that word, and whatever j plus 1 element is there. And this basically here we are storing that particular difference, and corresponding to that, whatever index we got, that we are pushing it here. So what just for checking that whatever differences we can store from our that particular means here you can see that this Bob CC and then DD. So here what we are doing is we are just taking that jth index means we are taking these two elements of each of these strings. So that's the thing which we are doing. And corresponding to that difference, here we can see that difference is 0, a minus a, right? And corresponding to that, we are storing the index which is there, that is 0. Then in this particular vector which is there. And then we are storing 2, then we are storing 3. So this is how it is going on. And here the difference is somehow I guess it's for 13. So corresponding to that, one is being stored. So that's the thing which we are doing in this particular for loop. Now, this whole thing would be done for this particular jth index, and at this particular point only, that person is basically checking that this map size is it equal to 2 or not. See, here you can see that there are two differences being stored, right? And because of that only, now the map size would be completely equal to 2. And when it becomes equal to 2, then here what we are checking is that here some STL logic is being applied. Means basically here he has used the iterator. So what he is doing is he is basically going to the beginning of this particular map. Means this map which is named as M. It is also not map, it is unordered map. Should use right naming, not to confuse basically. Hmm. So basically let us name it as unordered map UM, or directly let us use this M. So this particular M which is there, so because of this particular begin, right, begin iterator which is being there, it is pointing to beginning of this particular and then checking for this second dot size. And what is the second element? That is this particular vector. So because of this vector only, it is checking that is now our vector dot size equal to 1. So in this case, when it's point to the beginning, because at the beginning this index would be stored. If means if this index would be stored because it is unordered map, so ordering could vary. So if at the beginning this index was stored, then in that sense, if so here you can say see that its size is basically not equal to 1, but it is equal to 3, right? So that's why it won't go to this, but it will go to this particular. It will check for whatever next element is being stored, that is 13, and it will check because we are having only two possible only yeah, only two possibility is there. Either this map size will become equal to 2 or it won't become equal to 2. Means it will remain 1 only. So in that context only, then we are checking just the next element, and we are using this next iterator, and this next iterator is checking that whatever is there at the beginning. So means basically this beginning is pointing towards that starting, right? And when we are not giving any position to this next, then whatever pointer we have passed to the same, it will check for just the next element to the same. So it will check to this 13, and here it will be directly returning this second dot back. So that is the thing which it will be doing here. Now the thing is that what we are exactly doing in this particular statement is, here we are having this ws, that is this particular word which is being there. So by doing this begin of m pointing towards this and checking for the one, we are just assigning a new index to the same at the starting of this particular string. And when this thing is done, then we are returning, and at the end we are just returning ws of 0. So that's the thing which we are doing in this particular question, is in this particular code. And according to all of this, now comes the part for the time complexity and the space complexity for this particular solution. So now the time complexity for this particular solution is, here you can, okay, here you can see that we are using this particular loop, right? And this loop is basically for whatever size of that particular word is there. And size of word could go up to 20, right? So this is order of 20, right? And means you can directly say order of n. Why to say 20? Hmm. And then this particular I which is being there. So this I could go up to, that is this word length could go up to order of m. Let us say that is order of m, right? And then pushing all that, that is the usual thing. And then checking for by this particular iterator, and that also an unordered map. So it is order of one operation. So that's why overall time complexity becomes order of n into m, n into m. And the space complexity, as you can see, we are using unordered map, right? So, but the thing is that we are just, although we are storing just two indices, right? And we are storing all the whatever words are being there corresponding to that, all the indices we are storing, means complete length with of this particular string we are storing. So that's why it is order of m. So this was all for this particular question. Hope you liked the explanation. And if you like the explanation, then please do like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any doubt, you could comment that down. And I'll also share the link of this particular code which is there. Because this is not my code, it is in the Leetcode discuss section only. So from there also you can refer if in future some more comments come in that particular post. So yeah, this was all for this particular question. Thank you.